So hi, one of the Good Noise podcasts with Wedding Ghosts. We're gonna ask them some questions today. I'm gonna start. So, what inspired you to start the band, and what does the band name mean?
I actually have a solo project just under like my name, Gavin Cooley, and I played a show at a bar, opening for the band Bottom Bracket out of Illinois. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. They're killer. You should check them out if you haven't. Um, but basically, like my music did not fit in at all. It's like indie folk, and like I could just feel it. Like the people were not thrilled to be hearing it.
Uh,
And
Oh,
that's okay. I get it. Like, not everybody wants to be sad and listen to acoustic guitar. Um, so I started Wedding Ghosts so that I would never have to play a show like that again.
okay.
wow.
Because I just, I mean, the lyrics are still not exactly upbeat, but like it's at least something you can mosh to. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
so that's all I was going for. As far as the band name goes, I couldn't think of anything good. So I really like. Have you guys heard the rapper Open Mike Eagle before?
I've not.
Oh, he's great. I love his music. And I figured you can steal song titles as long as the music you're making doesn't sound like the same genre
Mm-hmm.
as the song title is from. So I just stole an Open Mike Eagle song title.
All right.
Alright.
Solid. That's fair.
Yeah.
At least you're not hiding it, you know?
Oh yeah, no, it's good. I love Open Mike Eagle. What can I say?
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
So congrats on your newest release, Red Roses, Red Roses. How do you feel about the response to them so far?
Um, so honestly, I haven't really paid a ton of attention. Like, I don't know how many streams it's at or anything. Probably very low, and that's okay. I know my girlfriend really likes it.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's all you need.
yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. I think my mom does too.
That's
So
that's
Even
the highest
better,
compliment
yeah.
right there. Yeah.
the two bases are covered.
Mom and
Exactly.
girlfriend. That's perfect right there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had a song under my solo project that did pretty well about a year ago now. I think it's at like 100K streams on Spotify
Wow.
or
Damn.
something.
Jesus.
Well, and what I learned from that though is like, am I allowed to curse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do so, but it doesn't mean shit. Like
Yeah.
the numbers, especially on Spotify, like they're not going to pay you enough for
Mhm.
you to really pay attention to that and like put any worth in it.
Mhm.
Because for a while I was really caught up on like, oh, what's it at now? Am I getting are my streams increasing? But like it didn't convert to like any new people actually liking my music or
Mhm.
anything like that. So it's just not worth worrying about. But the people who have reached out about the new song have been super nice. People seem to think the video is funny, which I appreciate because that's all I was going for.
Well, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
All right. So can you tell me a little bit about your writing process and how it's changed from that first EP and even your solo music to now?
Yeah, so when I write songs, I guess a lot of people start with lyrics, right? I do not. Every time I've tried starting with lyrics, it goes very poorly. I write some cliche garbage. um, Basically, what I do now is I open up my recording software. I don't write a song. I just like before I record it. The
Okay.
Mhm.
writing process is the recording process for me.
Oh.
So I find a sound that I really like, whether that's like a guitar sound. Sometimes it's like synthesizers, but typically it's guitar. Um, and I just kind of noodle around, improv stuff until I find like a loop that I like.
Yeah.
And then it all just kind of grows from there. As far as lyrics go, I listen to the loop that I've made and I mumble melodies of like gibberish over it
Mhm.
until I find like a word that kind of falls out, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is what the song's about now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Solid.
It's-
So, where's your headspace while writing Red Roses, Red Roses?
uh, I was really mad.
Oh.
Like, well, not like, not like angry in a bad way, just like this was right after quarantine started, and so I was just pissed off that like how can we live in a country that, you know, lets this many people die and doesn't see that, like, the problems we're dealing with, it's not because of the virus, right? It's because of capitalism. People, 160,000 people have died directly. I mean, you know, there are some deaths we can't prevent, right? But the reason the number's so big is because we have private healthcare and we don't look out for the people who are underserved here. And I just, like, it's so frustrating because, like, the solutions seem so obvious and yet our political leaders don't do shit, you know?
Yeah.
So that was most of it. I actually wrote that song before I recorded the first EP.
Oh.
And then I forgot about it.
I was just going to
That's
ask,
fair.
why'd you sit on it for so long? But you answered that question. Okay.
Yeah.
So what bands or artist influences do you think you can hear the most in your music?
I listen to a lot of, basically, this is kind of, I'm going to get roasted on Twitter for this, I already know. I listen to a lot of the Mike Kinsella projects. So a lot of, like, American football and stuff. But other than that, some of the songs on the EP, I was going for Dogleg, but I can't scream.
That's fair.
So I'm trying to learn. It's really embarrassing. I'll be, like, walking through my neighborhood because I don't want to do it, like, in the house. I don't want people to hear me while I'm practicing. And so, like, my neighbors just see this, like, 20-year-old kid walking down the sidewalk screaming to himself.
And they're like, is he okay?
Oh.
I don't know. They haven't said anything yet. So probably fun. Yeah, Dogleg, Charmer, lately Khaki Cuffs, the production.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
I
love
love
Khaki
it. And
Cuffs here.
Freddie Ford is so
Yeah.
good too. They're all three, I think, are in the band.
Yeah. They're great. We love
They're
them.
wonderful.
Cool.
Yeah. So, what would you do differently on your next release that you didn't have the opportunity to do on this one?
Right now, I am the only member of Wedding Ghosts.
Mhm.
So all the drums are, like, programmed using samples and stuff. And I actually have, so I moved back to Bloomington about a week ago now. And the band I normally play with all moved back for classes and such. So hopefully the next release we'll be able to, like, record together and I won't have to. I'm such a shitty drummer. I can't.
Oh.
I've tried. But my friend Alec is here now and he is incredible. So hopefully the production will be, like, you know,
Notch.
a step up on the next release.
All right.
Awesome.
That
Looking
sounds
forward to that.
Yeah, thanks.
So speaking of future releases, anything planned? Any new projects in the works here?
I tend to, like, I'm always working on something creative, but it's not always music. So I have, like, a digital art project called Midwest Screamo. Follow it on Instagram or whatever. But it's just, like, drawings that I make and stuff. And then I have a lo-fi project called August Rose Lo-Fi. And I kind of just, like, cycle through. And then I write my solo music too. And it's pretty random. So I'll record more Wedding Ghosts probably before the year is over. I'm an audio engineering student at IU, so I'm recording all the time, pretty much. And so yeah, probably before the end of the year, I'll have definitely at least an EP. It might be a full-length album. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Right.
Very cool.
So, where do you see the project in the next 5 years?
Oh God. I would like to do, like, a Midwest tour at some point. I've never really played a ton of shows before, which is really sad because I love going to house shows and stuff. But in high school, it was all just me recording, so I didn't have, like, a band I can play with really. And then I got one last year, and then COVID hit, so it was like, fuck you, you don't get to play any shows.
Oh.
And now we're waiting. I feel really strongly that nobody should be playing shows until everyone can come back, including the people who are more at risk, with, like, immunodeficiencies and stuff. So I'm not playing any shows till there's a vaccine and it's safe for everybody to come back.
Yeah.
So it might be a bit.
All right.
Okay. Did you answer the first question, which was, what does your name mean? Because I don't remember it.
Oh yeah, it's just the Open Mike Eagle song.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's
Oh
okay.
my god. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So for the last couple of questions, we're going to shift away from music and go straight to death row. So if you're on death row, what would your last meal be with a drink?
I eat. My diet is shit. I like. I
That's fair.
That's all. So I make like. I have a panini press, and it's my favorite appliance I own.
Yeah.
I make really just like stupid sandwiches. I don't know, like they're normal. It's just like they're not good for me at all.
Yeah.
Wait. Like what? Like what?
So I'll have like medium cheddar cheese with like tomatoes and some spinach. And if I'm feeling adventurous, some bacon, but I like to avoid eating meat if I can.
Hmm.
And then just slap that on the panini press. So that would be like my entree for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then for a drink, I've. If my mom listens to this, she should stop listening now. I love Irish cream whiskey.
Ooh, okay.
And if you mix it with vanilla ice cream in a blender to make like a milkshake, it is like the ideal drink. So probably that. Yeah.
Okay.
An Irish
Okay.
cream milkshake and a panini.
A
Wonderful
panini with just
combination.
everything in it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god. So, if you could live in one fiction world for a week, where would you live?
I love Trailer Park Boys.
Oh,
It's
right.
like my
Okay.
favorite TV show. So I would probably live in Nova Scotia, Canada, which is I know a real place, but in my mind it's fictional. I've never been.
Exactly. You've never been there. How do you know it exists?
It could
Maybe
be-
it's real. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Exactly.
You got to go find out for yourself.
Yeah.
So I have the honor of asking the last question, and every single person we've spoken to has said it's the most important question.
Mhm.
What is your favorite color?
Oh, God, there are so many. How am I supposed to pick?
Get a point.
I think lately I have really enjoyed like this like deep forest green. I'm redecorating my room that I just moved into right now, and I have these like weird. I don't know if you can tell. The walls are like it's like a barcode but all white. You know what I mean? Like it has lines. And I have to get a tapestry. So I'm thinking it's going to be some sort of like dark, really nice, comforting green color. And I love plants, so it'll match everything that I put in my room.
All right. Solid. Plants are awesome.
Yeah. So as I said, that's all the questions we have today. Is there anything you'd like to plug?
Listen to anything Knife Punch Records releases because
I agree.
everybody there is super sick and very supportive. I love Danny. Listen to Khaki Cuffs. Listen to Blue Deputy. Listen to the new guitar type fight from Fooly Cooley. Yeah, that's
Alright.
it.
Yeah.
Solid.
All right. Well, thank you for sitting down with us. This has been Wedding Ghosts and We're the Good Noise Podcast.